think they can take other choice. I think if those workers don't agree to go to the power plant, we shouldn't force them to go. I think in that case, government should recommend people to go to other places. I think.
That's good. That's good. But that destroys our moral conflict. If everyone could evacuate, we would no longer have the problem. But that was good. What is your name?
My name is Shinichi.
Shinichi, of course. If we can evacuate all of those people, no one would die. Everyone would be happy. So Shinichi gave us a very good point. Perhaps we don't need to have a conflict in the first place. But we do have this conflict. This was a very real conflict, and it actually happened. Shinichi, what is your view? The government actually did raise the exposure standards, and the workers did get exposed to more nuclear radiation. Do you think that was okay?
I think if workers agree, they can go to the nuclear power plant. I know some people who wanted to go by themselves. So if the government didn't allow them to go at the first point, they didn't allow. If they didn't allow, they couldn't go near the power plant. So I think it's good choice that government allow people to go to the nuclear power plant. But if they disagree, for example, I don't want to go there. Everyone says so. If everyone says so, I don't think the government has the right to force people to go there.
So Shinichi says that it is really, what is the moral conflict here is that sometimes there are instances when you just can't force people to do things. You have to respect people's choices. You cannot force people to do something for you. This is Shinichi's main claim. Shinichi is saying that people are autonomous. People have the right to determine their own will. People have the right to act. And unless it is a voluntary act, they should not be forced to do anything. Now, Shinichi, I'm going to ask you one more question. And before I ask you this one more question, I need to call upon a 17th century thinker named John Locke. John Locke believed, like you, he said, people have unalienable rights. They cannot be forced to do something. But John Locke said, people do not have the right to take their own life. People are not allowed, John Locke says, to kill themselves. Why? John Locke says you're not allowed to kill yourself because this was not a moral claim. And this is not a good argument that John Locke made from the view of moral philosophy. But John Locke says you cannot kill yourself because you are the child of God. Unfortunately, in this classroom, we cannot accept John Locke's argument. But Shinichi, I want you to tell me, you're saying we have to respect people's choices. Should we allow people to commit suicide?
I don't want to allow people to kill themselves, but my also because people that person, for example, family or friends, feel sad or well, but I don't know. I'm right saying both. We should respect people's decision, but don't have right. People don't have the right to kill themselves.
Okay. So Shinichi says people do have the right. So Shinichi seems to be a contemporary John Locke. He seems to have a John Locke among students. Now, let me ask you this question. Let me make it an open question to everyone. Let's say that I, a student at the University of Tokyo, am stressed out by the Shinfui system. I do not think I will get into the Faculty of Economics. As a matter of fact, I will probably be studying something very boring, like origami studies. So, I decide to hang myself. Am I allowed to hang myself? Raise your hand if you think along the lines of John Locke. I am not allowed to take my own life. Okay, and then raise your hand if you think, well, if he wants to kill himself, he can do that. Okay, we seem to have an even split. Let's hear first from the people who say, yes, if it's a voluntary choice, people should be allowed to kill themselves. Who says, if someone wants to commit suicide, they can do so? If you were in that group, okay.
I think people have choice. People can choose their lives, how their life be. In your case, I don't think you should kill yourself.
Okay.
But
thank you.
but as a problem of ethics, he has choice to kill himself.
Okay. So you think we still have the right to do anything we want with our body? As long as it doesn't harm other people. Okay, and what was your name? Tomonori. Okay, Tomonori says, it's unfortunate that the facilitator of Todai no Happiness Choice wants to kill himself. But if he wants to kill himself, he has that right. We can't take away his right. Who says, no, let's save this facilitator. He shouldn't do it. He's not allowed to do it. As a matter of fact, he's morally unjustified in taking away his life. Okay, thank you. Save me. Takuya, save me.
Yeah, I think suicide is not a problem of himself, but the society, because you cannot read with the connection with society. So I mean, society allow you to read or make your life possible to continue in society. Yeah. So so Tomonori said, you have the choice to die, but
sorry.
yeah, but
I just tried to kill mosquito.
yeah, but.
Is Yusuke justified in killing that mosquito? No.